Hello Capricorn, welcome to your February 2020 reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Special welcome to my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify. Let's have a look at your oracle cards. You have the two little witches, magical space clearing time. So it's time to declutter. What needs to be released? What needs to be surrendered? There's a feeling here of making space. It's very much a symbol of releasing the old so that the new can come in. The overall energy of the reading is Mercury. And Mercury, of course, is Roman god of communication. Education also falls under this kind of umbrella. So there's a feeling here of opening up the lines of communication with Mercury. There's a feeling around this whole reading of needing strength. We have the card of Andromache here as your inspiration. Andromache was an Amazonian warrior, female warrior, of course. So the feeling around this is one of strong feminine power. And the need to balance that. You don't, when it comes to strong feminine power, how does feminine power usually come across? Well, it usually comes across as very compassionate, caring, loving kind of energy. Strength in resolve, strength in getting through hard times, strength in not doing the wrong thing, strength in caring for others. All of that, strong feminine energy. But I feel like there's a need to balance that with more of a masculine energy. So bringing out a little bit more of that masculine side here, Capricorn, perhaps to fight some battle or to clear something out of your life. So let's see where this goes. At the bottom of the deck for you, I do have the Hermit card. Very much a feeling here. I'm getting really an essence of spending a little bit of time alone. I don't feel too much, in order to seek some wisdom, some clarity about a choice. I feel that this is more about choice and the need to communicate clearly with others what our intentions are. And that goes both ways. So this reading can be vice versa. So just letting you know that straight up. If this is not your energy, Capricorn, it may be someone that you're dealing with. But let's take a look. If you're cross-watching, of course, this can be a Capricorn that you have around you. But there's a feeling around this of, I do get battles and I do get choices. And of course, when we have a battle, there's always seeming to be winners and losers. So let's see. We'll start right in the center. We have the Hanged Man. So yes, right away, it's about sacrifice. Pulling out the card of two little witches and the need to communicate clearly about what needs to be released. We also have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Very much a feeling that I'm getting around you here of not letting others steamroller you. I do feel that you have a choice to make in the month of February, Capricorn. It does necessitate you leaving something behind or removing something from your life in order to bring in something else. The trouble that I see around this is that how you're feeling physically drained. You may feel that someone else is somehow trying to exert their will or control over you and your choices, trying to kind of back you into a corner and have you yield to them in some way. That's how I'm feeling, and there's a need to fight in your own corner here, to stand up for what it is that you truly feel, Capricorn. We have the King of Cups at the bottom of this reading. I do feel that this is an energy of someone around you. There's an energy here of choosing the right partner, is what I'm getting from Spirit. I have a water sign, or there may be an energy around this individual of emotional maturity. You're really looking to choose a partner who is ready to express openly, show love, give love, and show a caring, compassionate energy around them. So when it comes to partners, I feel that you're looking for that balance of masculine and feminine power, which certainly is the King of Cups, because he has the emotions under control. He is someone who can be that supportive rock, but without any kind of emotional neediness or clinginess. He's also someone who is very stable. He has things under control, but yet he's not too controlling. He doesn't exert will, force energy around you, enforce his own will upon you. We have the Hierophant in reverse. I think that you're really tired of dealing with people who seem one way but turn out to be another. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. A lot of communication around this particular individual is off-putting. It doesn't seem to make sense. It doesn't seem to be truth. I get this is an individual who routinely lies. I feel like they don't make sense. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. This individual doesn't make sense. And you're the type of person, Capricorn, who when you have a conversation with someone, you want the conversation to go somewhere. You want there to be a resolution. You want to be able to express truth to one another and be able to ascertain what the other person's needs and wants are. Gain some kind of understanding. The Hermit card, it's all about knowledge. It's about gaining wisdom. But here I feel like when it comes to this particular individual around you, could be anybody, could be a partner or a family member, even a friend, who just doesn't seem to make much sense when they speak to you, and it's off-putting. Capricorn, we have you here as the Five of Cups. I think that for you, it's a deal breaker. I feel it's a deal breaker. You need someone who makes sense to you. You need someone who communicates clearly, wisely, and someone who you can understand. Now, the thing is that there's sadness here. I do feel that you wanted it to work with this individual. You wanted to have some kind of relationship, whether it's love or a platonic. But I do get that for you, there's a realization that there's something else or something more for you. But you are grieving the loss of this particular relationship. We have as the Queen of Cups. Yes, you're looking for a harmonious balance, a partnership which brings emotional stability. Giving and receiving, supporting love in a very mature way. I feel this Page of Swords Hierophant in reverse character is a very immature individual and just not on your page. They just don't communicate well. And I feel that you want to, shall we say, level up here. And you may already have someone around you, or this may just be an idealization, an idealism of what you want love to be in the future, and this is what you're looking for. But you're looking for your match. You're looking for your emotional match here, someone who matches you in maturity. Capricorn, we have the Devil here. The tie with this other person is strong. There's a strong bond, but it's become restrictive. There's a toxic element around this individual as well, because you don't really know what to expect from them. You don't know if they're telling you the truth. You don't know what they're up to behind your back. They may even have some kind of personality issue here. It could be addictions involved. The thing is, there has been a very strong attachment to this individual. I feel for a lot of you it is a love relationship. And there are certain things that you love about this person. I get that. But there are also some other things that are deal breakers, and I feel for you it's reached a point where you can't deal with the things that are wrong with this relationship. Yeah, it's not that this person is a bad person as per se, they're just bad for you, I feel, Capricorn. not your type of person. We have the Knight of Cups. So for you, I get the essence of you. You're either going to express love to someone else, or someone else is expressing their love to you. So you may have a choice. I get choice here. Needing to make a decision between two options. Could be two partners that we're picking. But for you, when it comes to the emotional side of things here, you'll go for the person who shows love to you, who doesn't show signs of being addicted to anything, who shares your values, who communicates openly, clearly, isn't shut off. And we also have the Ace of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. So with this one, there is an essence of, I'm mainly picking it up, for you, the emotional side of things is what's important this month. The money, the material aspects of things aren't that important. They have been important in the past, and that may be why you've held on to this relationship. But I feel that you're slipping away. It's losing its hold over you. That grasp that materialism has. I feel that it's slipping away. And for you, the emotional side is taking over. You're really going after what it is that you truly love. You have that heart chakra fully open here, ready to receive and give love. And unfortunately, there seems to be a situation around you which has been more about the material aspects or greed, or it could be this other person's greed. Perhaps they've held on to you out of greed. Let's have a look and see what that Ace of Pentacles in reverse is for Capricorn. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse, yeah. I do think for you, you've been weighing things up. You've been weighing up the money side of things, the practical side. I think for a long time you've been on the fence. You've been deciding, well, should I, shouldn't I? Should I keep this? Should I just make a decision? I feel that you've come out of conflict here after spending some time thinking things through, gaining some wisdom, some clarity, and you're weighing up the practical things. You're weighing up your thoughts. You're weighing up the balance sheet, what you can afford to do and what you can't afford to do, and you're weighing that up against what your intuition, what your gut feeling is telling you. And I feel that you're making a choice here. You're making a decision, but it's a well thought out decision. It's not spur of the moment, and it's not based on emotion, even though we do have a lot of emotional cards in the reading. You want emotion in your life, and you want that emotional connection, that true supportive, harmonious role of giving and receiving, a supportive, loving relationship. But in the end, you're going to make a choice that is based more on what you know to be true. What is your truth? What is your personal truth? And also weighing that up, counterbalancing it with your intuitive energy as well, what you feel. So what you know, your knowledge, and what you feel. Okay, and money isn't going to come into it, I feel. What is the outcome here for Capricorn, please? The outcome. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, wow, all right. Stability. Stability. I feel that that's important here. This is something for you, Capricorn, that is a very important part. Legacy as well. You want to hold on to what you've worked hard for. Legacy, retirement. You don't want to lose that. So it could be the more money you have, the less freedom, right? So it may be that there's so much money tied up in this situation here, Capricorn, that you can't go towards what you want with your heart because the money is holding you back. You're going to have to make a choice about that. What's more important for you? And of course, that's going to be completely up to you. But it's all about decision time for you, Capricorn, crunch time, making a choice. But what's going to win out? Is it the money and holding on to that family tie, that sum of cash that you have in the bank there? Or is it your emotions? Because I do feel that you are wanting to follow your heart, and there is this strong emotional pull. I get a sense here that if, for some of you Capricorns, I feel like there may be there will be regret in the future. I do get regret. Let me see, what is this 5 of Cups? And the 8 of Cups in reverse. There's some real sadness around not being able to go and follow your heart, Capricorn, because of this tie to money. Wow. And meanwhile, I get an essence around you of there's someone who is not on your page. You want to go towards someone else, I feel, and leave one situation behind and move on to another. But you feel trapped, you feel restricted by money, by the loss of money. So for some of you Capricorns, it seems to be that the pull and the strong attachment to material goods here is keeping you in an unhealthy situation, a toxic situation, where you're quite unhappy. And we also have the Knight of Swords, clarifying the Hierophant in reverse, Capricorn. So there's a lot of frustration around a person. I do feel that for you, when we talk about strength and Andromache, there's a feeling around you of needing to balance that masculine and feminine power. Why do I get the feeling, Capricorn, that somebody has you over a barrel? This person around you where there is a I feel like someone's being very harsh in their communication. They may even just be telling you lies here in order to prevent you from moving on. Seems to be around money. You may want to get out of a long-standing commitment. There could be divorce here for some of you, but yet this person is somehow manipulating the situation around money and finances, and that's causing you to lose out on an opportunity here and have to stay where you are. Even though you're not happy emotionally, the money is good. You know, when we talk about strength and the King of Cups, you have been this family or this person's backbone, their strong emotional support for a long time. But I feel like you want to break out of this. I feel like you want to do something for yourself, balancing that more of that masculine side. I kept getting that at the beginning, that this is about showing more of the masculine, which is about standing up for what you want in a very forceful way, but not to the point of aggression. It's just about not backing down, Capricorn, not letting someone back you into a corner. I feel like you're letting someone back you into a corner, and they're holding you hostage, so to speak. And there's a lot of regrets around you, a lot of sadness. There's sadness about how this has gone, but there's also a lot of sadness about not being able to walk away from this. You'd like to, but you can't. I feel this energy of the devil here it's entrapment. And this is someone who is exerting their force over you in a masculine way, and they could be female. But yet you seem to be on the I don't want to say weaker, but more yielding side here when it comes to this sacrifice. It seems like you're sacrificing yourself, sacrificing your dreams, sacrificing your goals, sacrificing a love perhaps for this family or for this other person. And the sake of money and comfort. Only you will know if that's going to sit well for you and how long that's going to last. Because it's a recipe for resentment, this whole reading. And it all boils down to communication and whether or not you can trust the communication coming in. Because I feel like there's some kind of emotional manipulation around someone here, and they're manipulating you to the point where you feel you can't leave, but you very much want to. You want to leave. Okay, let's have a look at this Queen of Cups. We have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I feel very much that you want to feel that emotion again. You want to feel loved. For some reason, you don't feel loved in this situation. The money is there, but you don't feel that love. You don't feel that strong emotion. It seems like the love is gone from this relationship and you want to move on to something else, but the money is too strong of a pull, Capricorn. When we talk about two little witches and it being magical space clearing time, there is an energy around this of needing to clear out the old so that you can bring in something new. But of course, if you're holding on to too much stuff, if you're hoarding, so to speak, then nothing else can come in, and I feel that that's what's happening here. The feeling here is you may feel a little overwhelmed. Some of you here, Capricorn, may feel a little bit overwhelmed, and so rather than make the choice, you don't make any choice at all. Because once you clear out that space, then you want to fill it up with something else. And you may have choices in that regard. You may have a couple of different choices and you don't know which way to go. And so you don't make the choice, you just stay where you're at, even though there's conflict in that. It seems like you make a choice not to make a choice. That's what I'm picking up from Spirit. I get a very strong pull around you to do things to break out of a traditional mold, to break out of a situation where you've stayed too long. I do get that for you, the movement is blocked. Why is the movement blocked? Because you don't want to make a choice, or you can't make a choice. It's really about bringing about making a list of priorities. What are your top priorities? Money or emotions? Let's have a look at this Knight of Cups. We also have the Tower in reverse. Yeah, you feel a pull towards something else, but yet you fear change. You don't want to bring about the destruction of the old to bring in the new, yet you also want the new. And so you're in this limbo land, feeling a little bit lost. You don't know where you're going. So you don't go anywhere. You're just going around and around in circles. That's what I'm feeling. And you're not making a choice about leaving a situation. There's a lot of frustration and a lot of uncertainty at the same time. You know, I get an energy around you here, Capricorn, of needing to take your emotions out of this, spend some time alone, free from distractions, free from other people's advice, and really just listen to your heart. Make lists, prioritize. See if you can come to some kind of conclusion, some kind of clarity, and the need to make a common sense decision about your future and what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're not willing to sacrifice for your greater good, for your health. Staying in a situation because of the money, some people will choose that if that's the most important thing, but you'll have to put your emotional side on the back burner, and you'll have to sacrifice perhaps another relationship that that someone that you love. It could be that. For others of you, you'll decide to go more of the emotional road and sacrifice the money situation for a short time. But I will say this, Capricorn, remember that money can always be regained. Money can always be made again. But when it comes to love and emotions, how are you going to feel when you lose that? Not so easy to regain, is it? Not so easy to replicate. Money is there. Money can be built. Money can be built up again. But the emotions, the emotional attachment to someone else, because they won't be there forever if this is someone else. They won't be around forever. And while you're not making a decision, they could decide to take another road. They could decide to choose someone else. You could lose out on that opportunity because you haven't been able to free yourself of the attachment here to more of the material side of things. Yeah, you know, it's almost like you've been lying to yourself for a while, Capricorn, about how you felt in this current situation. And I do feel that some kind of recent realization around you has made you contemplate, made you think about your reality, the reality of your circumstances. And it's quite confronting. Yeah, you're confronting a side of yourself here. And I feel this very strong emotional pull towards something else, but yet you're very fearful of going down that road. And so you don't take it. You just stay where you are. So here I get a very watery energy around you, but a need to be more wand-like, to get that fire in the belly, to get that passion. In order to make this move, I feel it's going to take that very much that strength, that power, that passion, that enthusiasm to get your vitality back. I feel emotionally for you, it's very much a comfortable energy. Comfortable, staying where you are, comfortable energy. But this other situation is more enticing, I feel, on an emotional level, but yet you can't get there because of where you are is comfortable. And the more we have, the more less likely we're actually to make changes, because we don't want to lose what we've built up. So the more stuff we have, the less freedom we have. That's what I'm sensing around you here. Somebody who has a lot of stuff, somebody who's built up a lot and doesn't want to lose any of it in the search for happiness. How crazy is that? Let's have a look at this Devil card. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. This Devil, it entraps. It entraps, it's a slave to materialism. Being a slave to more, to wanting wealth, the attainment of wealth. What's important to you? What's important to you? I'm going to leave it there. Well, actually, I'm going to get a soul coaching card. This has been quite a heavy reading. Again, it may not be you, Capricorn, could be someone around you, but someone, I do feel that there's going to have to be some self-reflection here and analysis about where your priorities lie. We've got awakening. I'm joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. Yeah, I get you needing, you awakening here. You're waking from like a sleep of comfortable energy. Very comfortable in a very in an environment where there was a lot of materialism, a lot of focus on things, on money, but it's kind of trapped you. I feel like it's trapped you. Having too much stuff, having too much has trapped you, and now there's a need to release, to declutter, to get rid of some things here in order to gain this freedom. And for you, it's coming to this understanding of this and realizing that you need to make some hard choices here, decisions about what to keep, what's important and what isn't. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Capricorn, and wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Thank you again for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. If you wouldn't mind pressing that little like button down below, that would be really appreciated. And also share me on social media if you're enjoying these readings. I have my 2020 yearly forecast out, and that link is also in the box below. Thanks again to my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify. Don't forget to check me out on my YouTube channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle. I wish you the best, guys. Please take care, and bye for now.